Ashley, back with the bullshit.
And this is the Young and Gettin Podcast. Just so you know, you can find us on Apple Podcasts. Just search Young and Gettin Podcast. There's no G at the end of Gettin. Subscribe, rate, and review. We're also on SoundCloud.com/WeAreYAGIP. Please follow us on there and comment. Also, we're on YouTube always, every week. Just search Young and Gettin Podcast with no G at the end of Gettin, and subscribe on there and comment on those videos.
And you can also find us on Instagram at YAGI_podcast, or you could look for us on our website, which is www.weareYAGIP.com. And then if you would like to get in touch with us, hit us up on our email, Ashleyandninapod@gmail.com, or you can hit us up on our Google Voice number, which is 323-486-3811.
Back to the bullshit. Yes, we're back.
We're here.
First, okay, I just want to discuss these videos of Dababy because first of all, everyone knows the main story of like Dababy beating up that nigga Cam Coldheart and he knocked it out. Did you see him, Cam Coldheart, like posting videos like,
I don't know his name.
The only reason I know it is because B Simone made a video about it because she's like, Dababy, you're fine, like, and she was like, Cam Coldheart, like she was just making a whole like. No one knew who he was. We know who he is because
he got knocked out. Is it the guy with the dreads?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then now I know.
Yeah. So, I mean, this video, I just think it's funny because it's like a fight clearly happened.
Yeah, he got knocked down.
And this guy already looks woozy. And this thing is really on the floor.
It's because he was drunk. You could tell dude was probably drunk because, like, nah, I'm going to prove a point.
He knocked him the fuck out.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, the one that went viral on the Shade Room and every other
everything on the internet
is the Cam Coldheart video.
Like, why was he doing that?
I don't even know. Like, I think he really just like wanted to. Okay, I don't know.
He's taking you to do so many fucking links. I'd be done after we go to one other page.
I'm like, don't do me. Don't put no fucking virus in my shit. But the thing is, he looks corny, like, doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
And then he's backing up. I'm like, if you're not afraid, why are you backing up?
Buck up, bro.
I'm like, Dababy looks justified every time he knocks somebody out. Him, see that?
He's running.
A white lady screamed. You heard her?
Yeah.
Go low. I'm the truth. Quit playing with me, boy.
Boy? Where he from?
Fuck is you talking about, nigga? Fuck wrong with him? Cam Cole?
That's what.
Yikes.
I'm like, Dababy, first of all, please stop hitting people before it's too late.
Yeah, you'll go to jail.
And he's too famous right now. Niggas are hating on him. He blew the fuck up.
Out of nowhere. I don't even know. Do I know one of these niggas? Like, do I know a song?
Yeah. Oh, you know the song he got famous on.
Okay, because I'm like, I don't know. I know Lil Baby. But Dababy.
Yeah, when I play it, you're going to be like, oh.
Oh, okay. I do know that one.
Yeah. I always shake my butt because I saw a video of like a stripper at a party, and as soon as that song came on, everybody was like, yeah. And she was just bouncing around the pole.
I just wish I could make my booty bounce like that.
Man, I know. I need to master getting my butt to go down and then go up on my back. Like, I need it to get all the way up because they be really having their butt go all the way up to the top. The base of their back.
But they be having booty back. Like, I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have, like, their butts, like, on their back a little bit. And it's like, I don't have the top booty. That's what we're working on in the gym.
Yeah, I got to work on the top booty.
Yeah, we're getting that to come in. But I'm sure they don't get theirs that way. So I'm like, how?
Remember that one girl
like
with
that?
The loose booty?
Yeah, the strip club in Atlanta.
So gross.
Okay,
like that.
So you know before the episode you were talking about Ciara and how she's so pretty. You saw how she got accepted to Harvard Business School, right?
Yeah, but I'm like, come to find out, you pay for them to let you in.
So is it like still like?
It's not. No.
Like, I'm just like, okay, why does this need an announcement? honestly, like, cool, you're out here getting your aspirations. And it's like the same thing with like Kim Kardashian. It's like, why did we need an announcement that you're going to be a lawyer?
You guys aren't even doing it the way that us children have
to work hard. Yeah, like you're not doing it the way that everybody can, like, you know, what's it relate to? Like, you're on like a whole different plane. Like, just be quiet about it and go get it.
We can't
just like these people getting like all these famous
honorary,
people, how they get honorary. What the fuck is an honorary degree?
Honorary doctorate.
What is that?
You're a PhD. So
how?
It's like you can call yourself doctor something and you never went to school.
You don't know. You might not know shit.
I don't know. They just trying to get connections from rich people.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. Or
and
people
it's just
who will be rich.
It's just like how what's her name? The girl from Blackish. How she got into like some
Ciara
school.
Shahidi. She got into
Harvard.
I know Obama's
somewhere
daughter got into Harvard.
Yeah, and it's like, but Michelle Obama wrote your letter of recommendation. So it's just like
things that we don't get. Obviously, if you get a fucking application and Michelle Obama is the damn wreck, you're getting in.
Say no.
If I have a 2.6,
how they gonna say no?
I'm getting into Harvard with Michelle Obama's letter of rec. You know how much hell they'll get if they don't let you the fuck in?
Michelle called there. So I heard that Ashley didn't get in.
They'll literally, because you know they have to have like I mean Harvard might be 3.0 minimum, but like say like you have a fucking 3.0, you're at the base, which is the lowest for them.
Yeah.
You're going to get in with Michelle Obama. And then it's like, also they have to like always have a range just for statistics. Like some kids have to have 3.0, some, and they have to have like, so they will literally not admit someone else just to admit you because Michelle Obama wrote your letter.
Yeah. Somebody who could have been like, that's going to break their whole fucking life if they don't get into that school. Like you shouldn't do that, but like whatever, it happens. Like people be sad when they don't get in places. Yeah. But like that could really like defeat somebody's, what is it? Confidence. Yeah. Like by getting rejected from a school. But I mean, you know, I guess live your dreams and shit, but damn.
Yeah, I took one online class through Harvard because Pepperdine does their online statistics prereq. And I was like, okay, so I've taken Harvard class. The shit was hard too. Why the fuck was it hard?
And statistics is always hard. I can only imagine how it is at like fucking Harvard.
It was
like,
ugly.
But I don't have time for that shit.
Let me go get my doctorate at Harvard just so I can have Cal State Fullerton, Pepperdine, and Harvard on my and Alliant University.
Bitch, hold up. You just reminded me of another article that I had. So this nigga, what is his name? I need to get his name right. Cause what is it? Mindy Kaling of Fox hit comedy The Mindy Project. Her brother, he is where is he? He's a doctor, right? His name is VJ Cocklingham. I don't know how to say that shit.
Indian name.
Yeah, possibly. I don't know. I know one of my doctor's name is VJ. But this nigga literally, I don't know why it's coming up now, but there's this book that he wrote, and it's about him lying on his college application saying that he's black so that he could get into medical schools.
Whoa.
And there's literally a quote from him that says, I lied and said that I was black to get into medical school.
And it makes sense because there's so many Indians, so many Chinese going to medical school that if you say you're black and your grades are tight.
Let me show you what he looks like too.
I know he dark because Mindy's dark.
Mm-hmm. Look at him.
Oh yeah, he could pass.
But he don't look black.
He can pass
he
for
Indian.
He can pass for African.
Yeah.
East African.
Oh, you're right. He definitely could.
Yeah,
I see it.
That's why he said black.
Okay, and so his book is called Almost Black, and it came out in 2016, and it's about how he lied on applications to get into medical school. But the worst thing is, he got into schools telling the truth about his race, right? But this nigga lied for some other schools because he didn't get into the school that he wanted to get into.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so he used affirmative action for that.
Wow.
Yeah, and then the quote from the book is, how I posed as black to get into medical school.
Wow.
It's called Almost Black.
I mean, that's how I got into my master's program.
Yeah, but you're actually fucking black.
I actually am black, yeah. But
this nigga is not.
That quota is real as fuck.
Yeah.
And I'll take it. That's the least y'all bitches can do.
Okay, this is the part that I can't. He said, I shaved my head, trimmed my long Indian eyelashes, and applied as an African American. Not even my own frat brothers recognized me.
He trimmed his lashes. That's a whole nother level.
Hold up. I joined the organization of Black students and used my middle name, JoJo.
What? He went and used the Black middle name. That is funny.
During a medical school interview, an African-American doctor angrily confronted me for not being Black. Cops harassed me. Store clerks accused me of shoplifting. My nigga, bye. Women were either scared of me or fond of my bald Black dude look.
What?
Sexually mesmerizing.
Okay. All right.
What started as a scam to get into med school turned into a twisted social experiment, teaching me lessons I would never have learned in the classroom. My
that
nigga.
is funny. So he's Rachel Dolezal.
Yes.
Okay. Rachel Dolezal posted something like, I love my big nose and my some and da, da, da. And this one guy commented, he was like, you posted this like you're Black.
Yeah. like, girl, your nose ain't big.
Everything she said was Black features. Like, I love my dun-dun. And I love, it was something else that Black, like lips or something.
She's not Black, and it's like if you had those characteristics as a Black woman, I don't think you necessarily would be discriminated against the same way. Like if you had a big nose,
right.
like, and now,
that's like, true. As a white woman, like, it's like
they're like,
weird.
oh well, it's because she's from here, that's why her nose is like that. But when it comes to like Black people, it's like, damn, look at those big old nostrils on their nose. Like you can see up their whole nose.
People do have those strong nostrils. I've noticed that.
Same one.
Only on Black.
I have strong ones, but they're not super bad.
And I look. The funny thing is, I've only seen it on Black people, so maybe it's a Black thing. The ones, because I've seen the ones where it's not
like big,
they're flared.
They're like this.
They look 24. Yeah, they look like they're flared the whole time, but they're relaxed and they're strong. Like I don't know. It's hard to explain.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I mean, I don't dislike that feature. I just noticed that that's just another Black feature. Yeah. Like you don't see it a lot on other races. You know, like. Whatever. I love Black features. I would literally cry if I changed how God made me. Also, okay, so I remember a couple weeks ago or last week, I don't remember when exactly, because my mind doesn't do shit like that well. I showed you the video of Jesse Lee Peterson talking to Amara La Negra, telling her like, don't run with the like Afro Latina
stop
thing.
saying that you could be so much more successful. Yeah,
I had no concept of this guy until I watched the DC Young Fly interview, and I watched the whole thing because I was at work on the computer, so I just had it up playing, and I was just like, okay, so this guy is basically like the current Uncle Ruckus. He's Uncle Ruckus. He's Black, but doesn't talk about the fact that he's Black, and doesn't like that he's Black, but doesn't talk about it.
Why is it like, how does he have a show?
I don't know, but I mean, white people who hate Black people will fund that shit. And it was like DC Young Fly. And I saw it in the comments, but I was thinking as I was watching it. DC Young Fly, like I know what he's talking about, but he also doesn't come from like crazy good education system and stuff. So he was talking about like real shit, but he wasn't wording himself the way an intelligent person would, you know. So he just sounded dumb, but I knew exactly what he was talking about.
Poor baby.
You know, and it's like he's not, but the fact that he's trying is good enough for me, you know, like you're making
like
the
just
effort.
keep trying, you know, figure it out.
Yeah, his intentions were
pure.
Yeah, and he came across, he just didn't come across intelligent, but he definitely came across. He kept calling Trump the Great White Hope. And DC Young Fly was really composed. But it was also because DC Young Fly came on the show to roast this nigga. Like, because he was just like, he was just laughing like, oh yeah, you're going to keep calling him the Great White Hope, aren't you? Like Trump. Like, no. It was just a mess. So, here's a clip that you said you didn't watch. This one is funnier than the one I sent you.
Oh, you have a baby too, right?
I damn sure do.
A boy or girl?
A little girl.
What is that like for you?
Beautiful. You got children?
Yeah.
How many children you got?
I have a son and a grandson and a granddaughter. She's married.
So you got one child?
Yeah.
You got one child?
Yeah.
Where your wife? What happened?
I had her out of wedlock. I do it what the Black people do.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Out of wedlock.
All this shit
give me a hand. Out of wedlock.
You did all this shit.
Out of wedlock.
You talking all that shit, bro. This is why he goes with on the side he is. He try to make it seem like he not one of them type of niggas. And nigga, you are one of them niggas.
Which one? What type?
You just said you had a baby out of wedlock.
Give me 5.
Hell no. And then now you want to go back. And now you want to go back down there with the people and be like, this is what I'm trying to teach. Nigga, you ain't shit.
Oh, you have a baby too, right?
You ain't shit.
You needed to call him out for that.
Yeah, because it was like the whole premise of his show is like so against black people and like so against
like what is
things
the
black people do
say? Like how is that show described, and like what channels does that show come on?
I don't like it. Basically, like throughout the episode, I think it's online. I forgot what the channel is called, but I don't want to promote it either, so let's not say what the channel is called. But like the whole interview, DC Young Fly was kind of just like catching him on shit like,
hold up,
you feel this way, but you kind of fugazi as fuck. You doing all this shit just for the views. He still like ended the interview very amicably and was like, oh, I'll be back, because it's like this nigga's gonna roast the fuck out of it. The show ends, and that's the clip I think I sent you. The show ends with him just like laughing at this nigga, like, don't do the Beijing no more. Just let that shit be how it is. Oh my god, it's a 50-minute interview, but if I don't know, it flew by because I was like, and I was at my desk, so I was just like, because I was just like, DC Young Fly is so fucking funny. Like, comedians also get really angry at like these internet comedians or actors who like blow up super fast, and now they're like in all the roles. I saw the games people play on BET. Lauren London is like the lead, and obviously she can act. And then the tall guy from Insecure, the tallest nigga on the show. I know who you're talking about.
His name was Drew Dre, but I don't know his real name.
Yeah, whatever. Him, he's the main character, and I'm like, he's the main character because he was on Insecure. Because Lauren London is the only person on that show who knows how to act. There's no one else on that show who knows how to act.
Wait, you watched it before?
I just watched one episode last night.
Okay.
Yeah, because I saw the commercials for it, and Lauren London posted it because obviously it was clear that she taped it before Nipsey died, because like she just quietly like promoted it real quick, like, oh, the show that I'm on is about to air. Here you go. You know, like just a quick little thing. Never watched it, but I was like, let me find the recording for it. Finally found the recording for it and watched. I didn't finish. I think I might have fallen asleep.
Well, I was about to say something. I had to hold myself back. Like that one show we were both supposed to watch, and then I watched it, and you asked me how it was, and I was like, I'm gonna just let you watch it yourself, because I don't want to talk shit.
Yeah, I watched it and I was just like,
oh, so this is it, eh?
I'm watching that again.
Nope. Okay, that's sad.
Yeah, you know, so I know it's just completely off subject, but it's all social media people on the show. Like it's like I'm forgetting the guy's fucking name. The guy who always does reviews on Love and Hip Hop. Yeah, the games people play.
The guy that always does the reviews.
Yes,
on it.
him.
I feel like I know who you're talking about.
I don't know why I'm forgetting his name, because it's not gonna pop up. But yeah, and then I've seen I've seen a couple other shows where it's literally all Instagram people, and that's how they save money on it.
They don't even have pictures for some of them.
Kendall.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They don't even have his picture.
Yeah.
Freaking, what's her name? Shit. I don't remember her name, but she has her tongue pierced, and she's like tall, dark skinned. She's funny, and I can't remember her name.
Where's she from?
Instagram. She was on Claws, because I was just watching that show. She had a little like cameo on Claws.
Oh, Lala Milan.
Yes.
You know she's on Boomerang. She's on a whole show now.
What?
Yeah. The renewal, whatever the fuck, of Boomerang. She's really on that shit. Like, she's really a full-time actress on the show.
Oh, God.
Like, bitches are really coming the fuck up.
Coming through. Yeah. Wait, Joey Badass?
What
is this? Dreezy?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
What?
Yep. Gotta watch it. I only saw a clip of it. I haven't watched it yet. I don't know when it comes on. I haven't found it.
Yeah, like where does this come on?
I have to like look online and then find that recording.
Yeah, made me following stuff. Like old people, they be on their phone like, no.
The way they look at it, I saw some lady looking at her phone and she had like the gnarled finger, just like.
Yeah, they always do be like that. Like, why do you gotta be like?
I need to not gnarl my fingers because it looks old.
It do,
but
that's really how I be tapping my phone. I be like.
Yeah, I really do the thing where I'm like, and I'm like, fuck, I'm getting old. Shit. Good time for commercial break?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
Hey guys, just wanted to interrupt the conversation really quick to introduce our Black business of the week. They are Kannies Cosmetics with a K, so Kannies Cosmetics, Kosmetics. They make all natural handmade products. They have free shipping with orders over 70, and they do global shipping. So let me tell you about these products. They basically make a whole bunch of natural things. Like I see African black soap, and if you guys have not experienced African black soap, when it's natural, because I know there's the fake ones, when it's natural, which this is, it's bomb. They have the turmeric body butter products. When you go on their website, which is also kannieskosmetics.com, they even have a section for like eczema products. So fully whipped eczema cream,
I need it.
Honey and avocado eczema face wash, eczema relief kit. So it's gonna have that face wash, it's gonna have the cream, and it's gonna have like an oil for you or a patch. Oh, for eczema patches.
What?
Patch
I could put that on my hand.
Yeah, they have like face and body. So like they have an acne face toner, and these prices are really good for a toner for $8. It's all natural. Acne scar and dark spot serum, activated charcoal and lavender body bar, affection collection, which is just a whole bunch of stuff, different body bars.
Like
Raspberry,
smell good.
yeah, raspberry vanilla body mist, cherry almond sugar scrub, sweet cherry almond body butter, and a couple more bars. Aloe and matcha green tea face cream. Jesus, that sounds amazing.
Sounds like
These
it makes
are
your
all,
skin firm.
They're priced really well, which is also, you know, it's always surprising when you see a good like product that is all natural, handmade, and they're not expensive. So let's support black business. It's Kannies Cosmetics on Instagram, KANNIESKOSMETICS. Same thing on the website, Kannies Cosmetics on the internet, on Al Gore's internet. I don't know why they call it that, but I've been seeing that on Al Gore's internet.
We're gonna have to research it.
Right, Kannies Cosmetics. Hey guys, we're back, and I just wanted to give a little Memorial Day fact because, you know, it's Monday when we're taping this. Hopefully you guys get it on Monday. We'll see. Hopefully if you don't get it on Monday, you guys were safe because people drank a lot today. A Memorial Day fact. Did you know Memorial Day was started by freed slaves in Charleston? And my friend Drew Dash from Coffee and Dutchess podcast sent me this. Memorial Day was started by former African slaves on May 1st, 1865 in Charleston, South Carolina, to honor 257 dead Union soldiers who had been buried in a mass grave in an upscale racetrack converted into a Confederate prison camp. They dug up the bodies and worked for 2 weeks to give them a proper burial as gratitude for fighting for their freedom. They then held a parade of 10,000 people led by 3,000 black children, where they marched, sang, and celebrated.
Okay.
I think that's super cool.
Yeah, that's really fucking interesting. I never knew that.
Yeah, there's just like Drew Dash always tells me like so much history in Charleston because that's one of the Richmond, Virginia, and Charleston, South Carolina is basically where the slave happened, where people landed, you know, where they were brought to America. So there's a lot of history in those areas that people just forget about. I can't wait like till I have enough time, which means I'm making over $90,000 a year, working 20 hours or less a week, like that type of time. Like when I'm at that point, I'm good. I'm just working and living my life, you know, like that's exactly what I want. And but the hours is important because I can't wait till I have the time to just educate myself. Like when you leave school, like you don't educate yourself, but it is cool having a group, like groups of smart people around you, because then you just talk. Like that has been like, that's why when I'm with my friends and I'm talking about educational things, I'm like, it's feeding me, because I'm like, you will go brain dead. You just do, because you're not talking about shit. And you're not like analyzing or thinking critically about anything.
Or you're not learning anything. I just can't imagine being with a group of friends where I didn't learn anything from them, and then like I'm not getting like any inspiration from you to like, do anything for myself. Like why don't be around people that are literally not aspiring to anything?
They're not. Yeah, that's really hard. And it's like, I know, and I'm like thinking, because I'm like, I've been in those situations before, and those friendships never last. No. Because there's no substance behind it. Nope. But it's good to even just bounce off of each other. Like whenever I talk about the stock market and shit, it's like people who didn't study finance, and they, you know, they're just like, cool, tell me, because I want to know these things. I want to be rich too in the future. It's like you can bounce off of them, and then they might ask you a question where you're like, oh shit, I did not even think about that. Okay, I need to look that up. Like, and so now your knowledge has gone even deeper when you were teaching somebody something. So that's always really beneficial. So look up your Black history, especially people who don't know shit about Black history. It's really frustrating because white people really don't make an effort to know shit about Black people. And that really does bother me a little bit. Like Janelle Easton, did you see the video of Nessa on the Teen Mom reunion? Basically, Janelle's like the worst teen mom.
Yeah, she's the drug addict, the one
history.
that be in jail. Her
jail.
mom be taking care of her kids. kids. She be cussing out her mom.
Yeah, you can't. You just know everything. Like someone cut her off on the road, and she pursued her. She pulled out a gun with her son in the car. Imagine if they shot her because they saw her gun and her son got shot.
Yeah.
And then this is because I heard this mentioned on like another podcast, and the part they left out that I was like, no. And then when the son, who's just like, oh, Granny, like they were trying to pull next to mommy, so she pulled out her gun, and Janelle, the mom, had the nerve to be like, don't lie, Mason or whatever the fuck his name is, like, don't lie. Why are you lying? Like, why are you? And it's like, this is your son, and he's telling the truth.
Yeah, you're telling him he's lying,
and you're saving yourself. You're not saving your child.
Never been a mom.
Nigga, right?
Like, I'm honestly
now she is because she got pregnant by other niggas.
Yeah.
She fucking sucks.
That bitch, she was a horrible white teenager for a very long time. And like, then, even after she wasn't a teenager anymore.
And so this brings me to what happened on fucking Teen Mom, because fucking Nessa was basically, Janelle was having a back and forth with Amber, another Teen Mom, who is literally the number
crazy.
2 most
fucked
up.
She's fucking crazy.
You're talking about the 2 most fucked up teen moms in the fucking series are going back and forth. I don't even know why we're paying attention to this. I saw a little bit of it because it was on the Teen Mom show. I actually do like the Teen Mom show. I've been watching it since they got pregnant, and I was 16.
Young.
I was 15 when they were 15. So every year it's like, you guys are my same age, but your kids are getting fucking grown, which is just
y'all got adults now.
Yeah, like I remember the first Teen Mom, like her son is like fucking grown, like about to start middle school. And it's like, luckily, you could tell her family had money before, so she never even struggled. But now she's just balling as fuck off of Teen Mom. They're all Okay, by the way, Janelle's mom on the show, most recent episode, basically said, like, Janelle, like, if you lose this show, you don't have anything. You don't work. You don't do anything. And I was just like, damn, this girl's really only getting her check from Instagram ads.
Yeah.
And the show.
Damn.
And
that's why she buck fucking wild, too. Like, honestly, if I was ever in the position to get money where it's just like, I'm having this set amount of money come in, I'm not really working hard for it, you know how much other shit I'm about to be doing on the fucking side? Like, I'm doing that right now, and I'm not even getting a regular ass easy check. Like, my check don't come easy, and I'm still doing that.
Kaylin, who fucking she has 3 babies by 3 niggas. Like, I don't know why the fuck she's chasing these niggas who don't give a fuck about her.
Just stop,
my nigga. And it's like, girl, don't you want to get married now? You're going to have 4 baby daddies? Come on, chill. After number 2.
Maybe not even be number 4. Like, there's literally people that get married like 6 times. Not all of them have babies by all crazy. 6, but there's people that have babies. I mean, husbands 6 different times.
That's fucking crazy.
How do you go through that?
She's smart though. She's a smart teen mom. So she just released a shampoo line, and it's like, actually, like, she's popular, so she can promote it, so it's actually selling. And then she has a podcast, so she's getting ads on there. Then she's famous on Instagram because of Teen Mom, so she does ads on there because I see those. And then I'm like, oh, I think she's starting to own property. A lot of them own property. DC Young Fly during the interview picked up his phone. It was all like, oh, it's my property manager. I own property. And like got on the phone. But I say all that to say Janelle's stupid ass was on the Teen Mom reunion, and Nessa was interviewed. Nessa's like been on MTV and all these, one of Charlamagne's friends and all this shit. And she used to do Girl Code too. And Janelle was talking about something she didn't like. Like, I don't like when people talk behind your back and da-da-da, but I'll say to blah, blah, blah. And Nessa was all like, so you don't like when people do that? And like, she was like, yeah. And she was like, well, Nessa's with Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick is her boyfriend. And so she was like, well, on Instagram, you posted about my man, my family, and it showed the post, like, it popped up on the screen, so they were prepared, like, swoop. Yeah. And it was just like, Trump is the best, like, a president ever, and Colin Kaepernick is so fucking disrespectful. That's why, like, something about him not, the whole league thing insulted him about that whole thing that happened with the football league. And Nessa was all like, but that's exactly what you did to me. And then, like, Janelle's like, I don't know what that post is. I never posted that. I don't know. Like, just like, I don't know. I've never seen that post. And it's like, chill. It's on your page.
Yeah, chill,
sweetie.
honey.
Ma'am.
She pulled the receipts up.
They pulled the receipts, and she didn't pull it. Someone who works for the show pulled it. So, bitch, that shit's really on your website because an intern found it. And uploaded it.
They probably been had it saved, like, oh, bitch, wait.
Yeah, like, right. And I'm like, she was like, I don't know what and she was like, this is supposed to be about my story and you're making this about you. And then she did the typical white woman thing and just started crying and walked off stage. And she was like, and Nessa was like, I'm just trying to have an open and honest conversation with you about like what my man is doing is kneeling because of police brutality. And it sucks because it's like, we have said that so many times. But it's what like Black Lives Matter is for. I be forgetting myself sometimes. Like I be forgetting what he was kneeling for. I'm like, wait, what was that nigga kneeling for? Because niggas keep saying the wrong thing. Just keeps, it's so like, and that's why part of me just be like, man, just give up. But then I'm like, I can't. Like as a Black person, I can't be like, man, bro, you know, like we just gotta take the L. No, we can't take the L. But it's just like maybe give up on that, like fight right there and find a different way to do it. Like, see, at least honestly too, like so you can have a job. Like honestly, I wouldn't want to work for the racist ass NFL. But it's just like at this point, what are you doing to bring money to the table? Yeah, luckily because he got that Nike deal because that whole ad. Yeah. But luckily now his fame that came from this shit is probably going to propel him to be able. He'll be a speaker. Yeah, that's what he's going to get paid to be a speaker. He's going to do ads. He's going to do a ton of interviews. Paid to do interviews. He can do a book now. Like you know, like so they always find a way to parlay if they're smart. That's why when some athletes are just like, this year I will retire, and they just like exit. You know, they really like some of them really. Like, I'm gonna bow out right. Quick. They're like, thank you. It's been great, y'all. It's been real. Goodbye. And they just like start a whole life because they start working on sports shows. They start like, there's so much shit for them to do. They do Instagram ads, you know, like there's so much sports shit for them camps and shit. Right. Easily get paid to come teach the kids and stuff like that. And some big initiative under McDonald's, you know, like shit like that's easy. So that's really cool. But yeah, all in all, please. Everyone, educate yourself. Please get an education. And when I have time, I'm definitely going to educate myself a lot more. I'm going to read books and go to museums. I was going to go to Barnes & Noble. Like, when I called you, I was like, do you need me to stall or can I come straight? If you said, nah, like, go do something real quick, I was like, I'm going to Barnes & Noble. I've been meaning to go. I'm just going to build a collection of books because sometimes I'll want a book, but I'll be like, I don't have time to read it. It's like, no, you actually should just buy it. You can read it. And then when you find time. Yeah, so we have like a little mini library. Yeah, I want to get started because I want a full library in my house. So like right now we have like the collection of books that we have like on our TV stand. Yeah, because I'm like I want to do something like that. Maybe since I need like a stand for my TV, I'll just buy a bookshelf and put it right there. And then put the thing on top because I'm like I don't have no place for my books right now. They're sitting in my suitcase. I need to buy another bookshelf because I have books in a box. IKEA. Okay. Okay. So. This article that I found while I was at work one day is that it's titled "Unemployment for Recent Grads Worse Today Than in the Early 2000s." And so I was reading through the article, and as of March, the unemployment rate for workers aged 22 to 27, our group, stands at 41.3%, according to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. That sounds right to me. Yeah. I'm just surprised. Just kidding. Not unemployment, underemployment. So like, okay, yeah. That actually makes more sense. Yeah. So that rate is so high, and I was reading it's because bachelor degrees are becoming a commodity. So they're saying that everybody has them, and so there's not really that much competition in the job market when it comes to these people going into the workforce. Like, do you know how many people that we talk to now that are like, yeah, I got to get my master's, you know, because that's how you really make that money. I've never heard so much dialogue about master's degrees until the past 2 years, hearing people come out of their mouth and actively say, I'm about to go back and get my master's. No one talked about that shit. Yeah. And then, because people know with a bachelor's, you can, granted, depending on your bachelor's, you can make a lot of money. By the way, my little sister just got a huge drop off. Yes. Like I already knew it. It's over with. Over with. Yeah, like, she's good. She's Gucci. She's an engineer and she did internships. She's good. She's done. That's what I'm saying. When you're an engineer and you take 5 years to graduate, do that shit. Take your 5 whole years. Yeah. So it's like, and then our majors too, like it was easy for us to go into our field. Even though I didn't want to be a scientist, it was really easy to become a scientist. Do it. Yeah. Like it just ain't my ministry. Like I would have to find the scientist situation that I like because I just don't like it and I never have. And it's kind of like you don't want to make yourself miserable by going every day to something that you don't ever like. I didn't even like it in school. Like it was that bad. Like it never translated into me enjoying it. I did like getting paid. that's fun.
Yeah, but it's just the whole process of actually having to go.
It's like, as long as I'm getting paid, I'll still get that that prerequisite. But I'm like, everything else I fucking hated. But yeah, that was super sidebar. Continue.
No, that's like totally fine.
Yeah.
But I was trying to find something that whole time, didn't even fucking find it.
Yeah.
But I have read something in here talking about how like if you want to be more likely to get a job in your career field, it says to do the article says to do an internship every year of college. Not even like, you know how like most of them say do it towards the end. It's like they say do it every single year.
Yeah, because
then you're more likely. I can't find the exact percentage, but you're more likely to get a job in your field.
Yeah, and I did one internship, and then I did a lot of like independent study laboratory work, and it definitely did make a difference when I went into the field. I can definitely say that, like, because I thought it was a normal thing because I just genuinely wanted an internship, like personally was excited to go to an internship, but it did make a difference, like for science jobs, to have had an internship. It's really easy to get a job in science. Like I just don't know people who are struggling to find a science job, you know?
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, no, but literally no one. It's literally, like, other people that are, like, in different fields that I hear saying, oh, I need a job. Or, like, they don't have a college degree at all. Like, they're still working on it. That's, like, the only time that I hear it. But the article goes on to say that, like, since everybody's having a bachelor's degree, the underemployment is rising because people are just taking any job at a company to get their foot in the door.
Yep.
And then trying to get to the job that they want from there. Yes. So, like, they're saying, like, it's very common right now for people to start out underemployed until they get into the position that they want. And, like, that's another thing that I've heard a lot. People like, yeah, I'm just working here to get my foot in the door. You know, like, once I get my foot in the door, then I'm going to go and then apply for this other department. People in my master's program are saying, yeah, I need this job. I have to get this degree to get a raise. Like, this is the only way I'm getting a raise if I go get this master's degree. Yeah. And, like, that's why they were mad that it took so long. Like, but if I remember correctly, when I got my bachelor's degree, they didn't give me my diploma as soon as I graduated. Like, I had to wait for that bitch. Yeah. But I went and picked it up.
But you don't even need a diploma to even. You could just say I graduated.
You could even have your schedule of class. No, your transcript. If you get an official transcript and it shows it's completed, you're fine. But this one girl was so pissed about it in my class, and I was like, honey, chill. Like, why are you overreacting? It's weird.
I've never had a job actually ask me for my diploma.
Mine has.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine
like,
definitely
actually looking
did.
back, I'm like, I'm sure they cross-referenced somewhere. Because I'm like, not.
They probably got your transcript.
I don't think I've never given a job my transcript.
I've had to give my transcript and my actual, like, fucking a copy of my diploma.
That's crazy.
And that's the only reason I went to pick it up is because I needed it for my job.
I'm realizing, like, okay, I just got my master's in finance. And at the bank, they just believe me. I know they didn't check, because now that I work there, I'm like, I know y'all didn't check. What if I didn't have a bachelor's in biochemistry or a master's in finance? What if I didn't have that shit? None of my jobs have ever checked to see that I have the degrees that I say I have. I mean, they talk to me and they're like, okay, she's aware of the shit that's taught in the program. Yeah, like,
she sounds
I actually know the science that you're talking about. I know the finance that you're talking about. Like, it's not like where I'm like, huh, what's present value? What's a present value? But yeah, no, I was going to say, when you were talking about underemployed.
Yeah, underemployed.
The bank that I work at, I literally took it just so I can say I've worked in finance, because all I have is biochemistry. And how you going to look for a finance job and all you have is biochemistry? That shit don't even make sense. So it's like, I literally took that job to be like, in my interview, I said foot in the door. Like, you know, like, I remember saying that to them. Like, I need my foot in the door, period. Like, and then the exact same thing is happening. They're like, oh, we have these open positions. Oh, we have these. So I've applied to, like, you know, all the other open positions in my company, and like, okay, if they call me back, that'll be perfect, you know. But it's like, we are underemployed. We are having to, like, start from the root. Like, especially if you're someone like me who changes your focus, like, you do have to start over. Like, and then you can go from making a certain amount to making way less. Like, why you think I went from one job to 3? Because I'm not interested in making less than I was making prior. I'm only interested in making the same exact amount or more.
Precisely.
You know, so it's like, I will take as many jobs to live the life I want to live. Period.
Period.
But yeah, that's super true. Yeah. Super true. Also I was gonna say the fact that it's 41%. That makes
41.3.
That makes a lot of sense because our bachelor's degrees are like everyone has one now.
Everybody has one.
And then it's like master's is gonna get that way soon. I think we're
hopefully
good.
By that time I have my own business, so it doesn't matter.
I was gonna say we made it. We slipped in. You know how times change, like how comedians on Instagram are more famous than comedians who weren't on Instagram. The times are changing, so we've still fallen into like. We're going to benefit off of a master's. Whereas like our children,
may not.
It's like for our children, all we have to do is like make sure they stay involved. So it's like make sure that they have a community service that they can say they've done even before high
get
school.
Them a business.
Yeah. Cause it's like, you know, in
ASB,
by the time you get to ASB in 9th grade or 10th grade, not ASB.
It's ASB.
It was ASB, student government.
Oh yeah.
Or are they the government? The people who throw like the events for the
ASB.
school,
but there is a student government,
but it's called different things at different schools. That's why.
Oh,
yeah. But it's like the group, we call it ASB, but the group that like the kids that coordinate all the events and the programs and stuff, and they have the president who runs all that stuff. It might be government. Those might be two different things depending on the school too. But like even for that, your kid is like 14 and they'll ask you, have you done community service? So that's why I'm like, yes, because those kids get in, the kids who have done community service for their church or, you know, something like that. Or they've done community service for someone else because, like, my friend, their parents would just take them to do community service once a month or something like that.
I was thinking how I want to do that again.
It's like,
used
for sure.
to.
Yeah,
I used to.
I liked packing food at the food bank.
Yep, that was always, it was so easy.
It was fun. Yeah, it was easy and fun. And it's like, you know, you want to, like, get your kids for the next generation. You want to get your kids in, like, community service. You want to have them have done a sport. You want to have them know how to play an instrument. You want to have them be like
well-rounded.
Well, just, you know, they've seen everything. Like, they can choose what instrument they want to play. They just have to go to practice for that. They can choose what sport they want to do. They just have to go to practice. It's like they can choose what community service they want to do. It's just we have to do it once a month or whatever, period. You know, because in the future, it's not going to matter that you have a high school diploma and a bachelor's and a master's. It's going to be like, how talented are you outside of that?
Yeah.
You know?
Like, how well-rounded are you?
Yeah. And it might.
And, that's what the article was mentioning, too, is like how colleges haven't caught up with the fact that some of these jobs are requiring people to have more technical skills. And so if you don't have technical skills, you're also not faring well. Yeah. And that's why I tell like everybody, like now that I'm doing it, I'm like, honestly, this could be applied everywhere. Like I had an epiphany, like early look at God, because I'm fucking slow. I don't be thinking. Like I was in the car and like, you know how I was saying like, oh, we need to redo the website. I was like, but like my one roadblock was like, oh, I need to wait to see how we have to change our account on Squarespace because the account we have, we can't drop in code. So I was like, oh, I'll wait and do that first. But then it's like, realistically, you have the software on your computer and you could mock up like, well, you could make I could make the whole fucking design on my computer and then figure out how to buy Squarespace. It's like I wasn't thinking about the order of my operations correctly until I got in the car and I was like, you dumb bitch, like you could have been working on this.
Not so much negative self-talk.
I know, but it's not like that way. It's like, you dumb bitch, like you're actually smart, but you're just not like grasping your smartness. I need you to like encapsulate the whole thing and understand it.
Yeah, and soon that's gonna translate to you just being at home and working from home and doing all this shit from home. Because I definitely have seen that, like when I've looked for jobs, like I've seen that multiple times. And then when you brought it up again, I was like, oh yeah, I do have that.
You could work from home, like, because if I'm coding something, there's literally no reason for me to be with you. Like I've done group projects over the internet. Like we don't need to be together,
and we can do a Skype call.
Exactly what we do.
Yep.
Like,
yep.
I don't have time to be fucking with y'all in real life. I like being in my house.
You just saying I like being in my house. My cousin just said that. He was like, having your own place is dangerous.
It is,
because you never want to leave. Like, and it's like every day I look forward to coming here. I'm not trying to go no fucking where.
I be mad when I have to leave.
Nigga, if I'm paying rent, I'm gonna get my rent's worth. I'm gonna be inside on my couch
and take advantage of the stuff offered inside the complex.
Right.
Like I sure to be using my shit. The gym.
Okay.
Rashad uses the movie room. He be watching the Lakers games in there. Like he'll watch the playoff games in there. Yeah. It's like a fucking like 80-inch screen in there.
Oh shit. Oh my god.
Yes. I've been using the ink up in the computer lab.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with me. And we're having our engagement party in the fucking clubhouse. Fuck out of here. Think I'm not using
my shit. And when it gets hot,
in that pool.
Like easy. Oh, and then remember we got tacos here.
Oh,
and
like they paid for it.
They didn't even make us pay, so we free. Actually just tipped them or whatever. I saw on the like bulletin board, because they have like a whole bulletin board like community and shit, and it's Taco Monday every Monday, and they were like, tacos are $1.50. I said, huh?
What?
$1.50?
I love tacos.
What? Every Monday?
Especially from the Taco Man.
And the person in the leasing office is like, come on down today. We have
Hell
tacos.
Yeah.
It's like they clearly have a contract with that guy.
Oh my God, he is
Nigga,
smart.
Their shit was so good.
It was really good.
It was so
really,
fucking good.
really
Honestly,
fucking
I might really go to my restaurant
Mm-hmm.
and get a meal from there. Because now that we're talking about food and
right,
I'm hungry. I haven't eaten today yet.
I was
so
supposed
I'm like,
to treat myself.
I'm like, you want to go to Taps?
I was gonna actually ask you if you did want to eat. I just gotta look at their menu.
Let's go to Taps.
So if they
I have a
advance
good.
you,
Oh, bitch! This new menu. I said, okay. Y'all came and did that with this menu. I fuck with the new menu. Like I'm like, I'm eating all this. Like that's the best thing about working for a restaurant where like when I worked at El Torito, Mexican food fire, and it's Mexican people cooking. It's not like white people.
What
other people.
we need,
not to be racist, but they weren't even.
They
trying.
do it different.
They're making no effort. They're back there just posted like, oh yeah, bro, you see the game? Yes, yeah, we just cooking, nigga, fire, obviously. And then I work at a restaurant called like fine dining, but the blessing behind it is these cooks can cook. It's not because when I worked at it's literally like high school graduates who need a job, people who have no cooking, who might be at home, they can't cook. It's just anybody.
Anyone, the bar is low. The bar is so low.
You have anyone cooking my food, cooking fucking ribeye. You know, like, what do you want, man?
That's why some of this shit don't taste right.
The restaurant, like, the stars on that restaurant is like 2.5 stars. Like, so bad. I need to see what my current restaurant is because I know it might be bad and I'm all talking shit about one. Like,
I don't think it's bad.
Let me see that. Okay, mine is 4 stars.
Yeah.
And then the one,
it's 3, 2.5.
2.5. Yeah, they were just fucking up bad. It was just a fucked up. Everyone was just on drugs.
Did you see that meme where it's like, the older you get, the more you realize everybody does cocaine? I was just like, oh God, yeah.
What were we talking about before I brought up this food? Oh yeah, you also saying that like coding is very important. It's like that is actually like how you're doing a coding camp. I'm sure they have that for younger people too.
They do. I forget what it's called. There's one by my house too.
Yeah,
I have to look it up.
That's a huge skill to learn because once you turn 16, you can imagine being 16 and getting paid $18 an hour.
Yeah. And
they're like, oh, you can work from home as long as you have a computer, or you can go in 20 hours a week. It's like, nigga, what? Like,
I got a job.
And that's basically, you do need experience. I mean, we started working early, but
yeah, like as soon as we could, because I had to get a work permit.
And we're like the first generation of like, I don't want to say black success because both of our parents are successful, but like, being able to educate our children on like all the avenues you need to take because we will probably tell our kids in the like if they're 16, yeah, you can work at Wiener Schnitzel or whatever, but if they have jobs open for like 16-year-olds to work in a technical job, we're gonna be like, yeah, you should go do that because it'll look good on your resume. Whereas our parents were like, oh, you paying for your own shit. You know, like that's all they were like, oh, we ain't paying for shit.
That's all they were worried about.
You know, like where they could have been like, instead of working at this clothing store that has, the only way a clothing store will be good on your resume is if you work with clothing for the rest of your life.
Yeah, like
it doesn't,
if you're trying to do fashion. Literally did not help me at all.
It'll help you get a customer service job, but it's like it's a prereq for only clothing. Like and so it's like it would be different if like say we both kind of went to science. So say we started doing the hospital shit early. Or say we started doing, they actually had science jobs early. We weren't even looking for shit like that.
If they had that shit early, I definitely would have stopped doing it earlier.
We weren't looking. Like, we didn't even know to look. But now we know we can tell our kids, oh, just look. See if they have this. See if it.
Because they have, like, even volunteer things for, like, all ages at the hospital.
Yeah. It's like just all these avenues that, you know. It's cool. We'll be able to educate our kids a lot more, you know. And because they're going to go through even different than what we're going through now. Their fucking masters won't matter, you know. So it's gonna be tough times. It's a good time for a look at God.
Yes, do it.
My look at God is like partially really cool that my little sister got that job because I'm like, you are going to get paid.
Nigga, she's going to continually get paid.
Yeah, and then yesterday from us taping the episode, I met one of my cousins who it's like I met him when I was 13, and so I literally haven't seen him in 13 years. But he looks exactly like my brother. So when I saw him, I was like, holy shit, you're the dude from Nigeria who looks exactly like my brother. And we chopped it up, and like the fact that I'm going to a Nigerian convention in Atlanta soon, and he actually lives in Atlanta is really cool because I was just like, oh, like I'm not sure if I'll know what to do, and like me and my friend want to go see a museum, and what's the best museums to go to, like what's the historical stops we can make, what are the restaurants,
where should we go?
Yeah,
please go to Buttermilk Kitchen for me.
Yeah, my friend was like, you've raved about that place, we are going. Yes. I said, I know, it's no doubt we're going.
It was so fucking good.
Buttermilk Kitchen is the best chicken I've ever eaten.
Best tomatoes I've ever eaten. What? I fucking hate tomatoes. What? These tomatoes were so fucking good.
Like
grits out this world. Out of this fucking world.
I took a biscuit home. Like that shit was out of this world. But yeah, so that's really cool. Like now I have someone that I know in Atlanta. I wish we knew him like back when we went. His birthday is in October. Wow. So it's like we actually would have went for his birthday. But it's like I know, right? So it's like it's cool. It's like now for his like next birthday, it's like if we ever gonna go out, because it's like
time off in October.
After talking to him for a while, I was like, oh, we party the same. We don't party a lot. We just party the same. So it's like really cool. I like that this Friday is the first time in my life that I'm going to get paychecks from 3 different jobs. Okay. First time in my life, first for everything, which is good. I was because of how my last day at work was at the restaurant, I was like, it's more than what I thought it was going to be. So I'm excited. Bills is paid. You know, that's most important. Bills is paid. Are you paying your bills?
Probably not. I'm just kidding.
I'm like, I'm paying them in order. You ain't due? Okay. Let me get to this one first.
I'm like, I know there's a bill I need to pay, but it was like $7. Sure.
I actually have a bill due today.
Yeah. There's a bill somewhere that's due that was like $7.
Shit.
It's so funny because I have the notification in my phone like of when to pay my car note. And so like it came up and I was like, I already paid that. It was like a long time ago that I paid it too. I was like, damn, bitch, you on it.
It's gone.
Check you out.
Yeah, I have like a note where I like put the money value of what I need to save for. So even my rent is there, and then just like whatever else I need to pay for. And like I realized I hadn't updated it, and I was like, bitch, this shit is way less than what you delete that. Rewrite what you owe left. Like, and I was just like, I can't wait till I get that letter that says like, oh, your student loan is paid off, because then that's probably when it affects your credit. Like, oh, you've paid one off, less accounts open. That's all.
Yeah, I forget like how long that letter takes to come. Yeah, because like I paid off like a small one.
Yeah, one of those small ones.
Yeah, I need to start working on paying off another.
I have another one that's $550, and it's like not the top priority because I have other things I want to pay for first. But I'm like, I just want to just get rid of that
out
one.
The way, because that's like nothing.
Yeah, that's literally the only other one, because everything else is over $2,000, which is like $2,000 is fine. Like, because I do have an account that's probably like, because I don't understand student loans, how they open so many fucking accounts, but whatever.
Right? They be having like 4 different accounts.
Yeah, it's like what is going on here? But yeah, I'm sure I have one that's like $240, which is like doable. It's just you're gonna have to like save, and then pay that one off. But I would love to close that account. And then listening to podcasters be like, oh, I paid off my student loans, and it's like they're 34, 36. Yikes. Like, I mean, it's like at least it's doable.
Yeah.
Angela
I just don't want it to take that long.
I forgot what she said. She said hers took 12 years to pay off. Yeah. And she's like 43 or something.
Jesus.
Yeah. She's Asian, though. She actually is aging well. Asian people really do age well. Keanu Reeves, that nigga Asian.
How old is he?
He's 50. Nigga, what?
You're
I found that
liar.
out too. When I heard that on whatever I was listening to, I said, what?
No fucking way.
50 looking like that.
No fucking way.
He has Asian in his blood. What? That's why. But sorry, go ahead with your look at God.
My look at God. Oh, well, this weekend we were so I thought we were going to Santa Barbara to fucking like look at like a wedding venue, but they didn't have any. Let me talk like I have an education. They didn't have any like openings for it. So we went on a wine tour with our friends. Cool. And like on the wine tour, Jai proposed to Cecily. And like they didn't tell me until Friday. So like, I had no clue until Friday.
Well, they did that on purpose probably.
Exactly. Because they were like, nah, bitch, we can't trust you. And so like I was all excited to like be part of the plans. I was like, like, it's so excited. And it's so funny because, like, beforehand, she cornered me in the bathroom. And she's like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like Jai's going to propose to me because, like, my mom's being weird. She's, like, all texting me and stuff. And I was like, man, nah. I was like, I would always think that about, like, me and Rashad, too. And then I was like, it didn't happen. I was like, you just don't want to do that and, like, always think that and then get disappointed.
Right, yeah.
Right? Said that shit. And then she was just like, yeah, whatever. And so, like, as soon as we go out the bathroom, I knew this was part of the plan. We go outside and we find them. And they're, like, taking pictures and stuff. And I'm pretending to take pictures. And I'm taking a whole ass video. I'm like, yeah, change it up. Yeah, whatever. Oh, yeah, that's the angle. And then he, like, does
That's the best way to trick people is just be like, we're taking pictures.
Right.
Because they did the same shit to you.
Exactly. Just fooled my ass.
Yeah, because you're so focused on,
nephew came running out of nowhere. But, yeah, it was cute. And then, like, we told the people, like, on our wine tour after, and they were, like, so happy. And, like, our wine tour guy, he was the fucking GOAT. His name was Spencer. I don't remember the company, but Spencer had his shit together. Like, he even took pictures for us. That's nice. Like, and then he took us to, like, an extra stop afterwards to celebrate. And then, like, I bought, like, as soon as it happened, we were already at a winery. I was like, oh, I'm going to buy a bottle of champagne.
Yes.
So I went and bought a bottle of champagne, and we popped that and, like, shared it with the people, like, on our bus. Like, but it was fun. We were all really drunk.
Yeah, I was about to ask. I was like, you drank a lot of wine.
Yeah.
Was the wine good?
The wine was bomb. Like, I even found, like, a red wine that, like, I preferred.
Ew.
And, like,
do you remember
like
what it was?
Wine.
Like a Merlot or a Pinot or
it was
Cabernet?
something, like, from their winery. But it had, like, strawberry. Like, it tasted like strawberry.
Ooh,
yeah. We didn't buy it, though.
Good.
I'm like, we should have. But we just bought rosé per usual.
Yeah. Safe bet, you know.
Right?
Like that
I know I like that.
You ain't finna lose.
And then another one, I put money in my savings account, and then I still have money in my checking account when I got paid. That never happens.
I laughed because remember I texted you. I was like, I just put $100 in my savings knowing I only got $8 left.
I literally, like, when I say I have money in my checking account, it means like $5 sometimes. Like, it literally just means I have money in that account.
Checking to me is spending money.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I want to save.
Like, and I want, like, because I want to have more spending money later on down the line. So it's like, I want to have money in my account when I get paid.
Yep.
So that it's like, oh, look, bitch, a bonus. You know? Like, trick yourself.
Yep.
So that was good. And then another thing is, my mom, like, yesterday I saw her at my sister's house, and she's like, oh, yeah, give me my purse. I got something for you. You know what that means. And so I got her purse, and she just, like, handed me money. And
I thought it was going to be, like, engagement card with money in it.
No, she just literally handed me a wad of cash.
Thank you.
Here.
Yeah.
And then she was like, yeah, hurry up and take it before I go to the casino.
No, but you really do need it right now.
Oh,
like,
I definitely need that fucking money.
You're literally planning a fucking wedding.
Because the money she gave me, I already spent, like, before she had given it to me. So I'm like, oh, yeah, I need that. Let me hold that.
This isn't like, it's like a money crunching point. Because even, like, people's parents help them, you know, but it's like they end up having to buy little things here and there.
Yeah.
And then when the wedding comes up, you end up having to buy a whole bunch of random shit you never even thought about. Like Dion was telling us, she was all like, finally I have money, because she was paying all the shit for the wedding, even with parents helping. Shit just comes up. Like,
and you got to pay for it.
Yeah, so it's like getting money is nigga, that's the best.
When she gave it to me, I was so happy. And then, like, I waited until I got the card account.
That's why I said yesterday, I was like walking all professionally, and as soon as you hit the back corner, you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Right, I cannot wait to look at that money. Like,
like,
I know, like, my mom, like, she be going to the casino and winning, and she be giving me money, but it's like, I did not expect it to be what she gave me.
Yeah.
I was just like,
ooh, she came the fuck up. She probably came the fuck up and was like, oh, I'm about to lace her. About to lace her up.
Because, like, she didn't even, like, allude to it or anything beforehand. Oh, shit. This is actually more important, too. Like,
what?
I'm going to say after, like, she didn't even allude to the fact she was going to give me money. She, like, I just pulled up, and, like, that's the first thing she said to me. And I was like, bet. But another good thing is Brian got in a car accident. Like, his fucking tire came off of his car when he was getting off the freeway, and his car rolled.
Shut the fuck up.
He and his girlfriend were coming from church, and his car rolled, and it was bad. Like, they didn't, and the thing is, they didn't get hurt, but, like, the fire department had to, like, pull them from the car. Like, they couldn't get out on their own.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And that's the day he was supposed to borrow my car, but my brother had my car, and he was like, no, you're not borrowing her car. Like, nigga, you don't make those choices. Like, and it's like, honestly, like, yes, they may drive reckless, but I would rather them be in a safe vehicle. Like, because the fact that the tire is coming off your car, like
that same shitty car you showed me.
Yes, and the reason he had been borrowing my car is like if he was driving far, he was going to drive my car, and I was like, okay, that's fine.
No issues, yeah.
Because I could track the speed limit and I make sure he's going where he says he's going.
And your car maintenance is up to date.
Yes. Yeah. And so I was like, but they were like, no, he can't drive your car. And I'm like, you guys, like, honestly, it's a safer option. Mm-hmm. But my brother just told him, no, you can't borrow it.
Does he not have insurance on your car? Like,
no, he doesn't. He's not insured on my car.
So that's what makes it risky because you'll pay for everything if he crashes.
Exactly. But it's like, honestly, I'd rather him be alive. You know, it's like one of those situations because like they real life could have died. Like, luckily they were getting off the freeway because I was like, wait, is their car, like when my mom told, like she texted us, I immediately called her. Like, and this is when I was still in Santa Barbara. But he like just has like a sprained shoulder, but other than that, completely fine. And like I think Isabel hit her head, but she didn't get a concussion. Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's
and they were going to church.
Right, being all good.
I'm like, wow, devil.
But remember when I saw the picture of them, I was like, oh, he likes her.
Yeah,
you know?
Like the fact that he's going to church for her, he really like her.
Aww.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm glad they're okay.
I love a nigga who you could talk to God about and that you can go to church with, man. That is the fucking best. I had a nigga stop me and be like, hey. No, I had a nigga be like, oh, we're about to eat or whatever. He stopped me and was like, oh, let's pray.
Yep.
I was like,
that's Rashad. Literally
I love that.
Every time. Well, yeah, nigga, pray for us.
Yes.
Grab my hands.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But just so you guys know, praise the Lord. And it's like CU Universe, you know, for people, you know, we talk about God a lot, but, you know, all you have to really do is be good to people.
Yeah.
You don't have to, if you don't believe in God, I'm not going to force you to praise.
Nope.
But all you have to do is just treat others nice and treat yourself nice, too.
Yeah.
But just so you guys know, you can find us on Apple Podcasts. Just search Young Gettin It Podcast. There's no G at the end of Gettin. Please subscribe, rate, and review. We're also on SoundCloud.com/WeAreYAGIP. Please follow us on there, comment on there, and then we always have a video every week on YouTube. Just search Young and Gettin It Podcast with no G at the end of Gettin. Subscribe on there, comment on there. We're on Spotify. Follow the Young and Gettin It Podcast or the Ashleyandninapod playlist, and you'll see our podcast. Subscribe on there. Follow. I think you subscribe to the playlist, or you. I don't know.
You subscribe because I'm subscribed.
I forgot. I think that's right.
I'm going to check.
I don't know. I'm second guessing myself, and I'm probably correct. And then we're also on GooglePlay. We're also on Stitcher. We're also on Pocket Cast. We're on any podcasting platform, to be completely honest.
And you can also find us on Instagram and Twitter at YAGI_podcast. Or you can look us up on Facebook, which is facebook.com/YAGIPOD. And then we also have our website, which is www.weareyagip.com. Construction coming soon since I had an epiphany finally. And then if you'd like to contact us, email us at ashleyandninapod@gmail.com or hit us up on our Google Voice number, which is 323-486-3811.
Hey.
Thanks, guys.